Yeah. All right. All right. Hello, everybody. I'll be with you in a minute. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jim. This is Big Jim Blogcast live. Yeah. So, anyways, it. Let's see here. Um, all right. Night. Okay, hold on here. Um, hmm, Classic Van Halen. Do 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 do. Honest. There we go. Yeah, anyways, we're live, and thank you for tuning in. All right. Yeah, it'll be like a minute here. Let's see here. Cigars. Okay. All right. Cigar reviews. Post. Cigar life. Post. All right. So. Share. Okay. No, no. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 So, anyways, yeah, yeah. Welcome to Big Jim's Blogcast Live. I was just sharing a few things here. So, anyways, if you want to, mm, okay, I got to share this to the Night Ranger community here. More options, share to a group. Um, uh, uh, all right, Big Jim Podcast Live. Podcast in motion. There we go. All right. So, yeah. All right. Hmm. Okay, we can try again later, but yeah, all right. So, pop culture. Wait. Oops. All right. If you want to say hello, hmm, craft beer near and far. There we go. TV and game shows we all love. Blog. Okay. Your blog. All right. Um, okay. Let's see here. Star Wars. There we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live. It is version 4.0, episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. So, if you would like to share this with with anybody, all right. So I am just hold on here. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Welcome to Big Jim's Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 225, Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching. Say hi. Click on the screen. Say hi there. I'm gonna say hello. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. Now, all right. So I'll get to my intro. I may say a few. Here's a disclaimer. First of all, I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, the F word. But yeah, bear with me. Get like a Kleenex and a tissue. And go to a safe space. All right. So, anyways, what's that? All right. There we go. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. I'll introduce myself for the people if it's your first time being here. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 225 on Facebook. We air on Facebook Live every Sunday nights at 8, the occasional Fridays, the occasional Saturdays, and the occasional wine o'clock Wednesdays. We're in our fourth year. We are based out. We debuted back in November of 2018. Are based out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, bordering Port Huron, Michigan. And I just may seem distracted here for a little bit, but all right. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. We do craft beer reviews, like from craft breweries right here in Sarnia and across Ontario and across Canada and the U.S. Like this one tonight. This is called Orange Chocolate Ale by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, we pair it with a nice whiskey. Tonight's whiskey we're pairing it with is Red Label Johnny Walker Scotch whiskey. And a nice Rocky Patel cigar, which I will light up in a second here. So, anyways, yeah. So we talk about local events in and around near you, countdowns to holidays, birthday shout-outs to our friends. We all talk about retro classic stuff, such as like classic TV, like the 1, 2, 3 at Season Wonders, canceled TV shows, spin-offs, character actors, actresses. Music, 70s, 80s, 90s, 60s, hard rock, the one-hit wonders in music, and classic album reviews. One-hit wonders, forgotten groups, like classic pro wrestling stuff, like from the AWA, the NWA, WCW, the tag teams, the pay-per-views, the stables, the jobbers. Classic sci-fi, like minor characters, droid ships, weapons, aliens from Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica. Space 1999. Sports like hockey, baseball, basketball, NASCAR, teams, championship series, and all that. Gong solos. All right. Maybe the occasional guitar solo, but that's us in a nutshell. So sit back and enjoy the ride, enjoy the show, and join us. And one more thing, let's keep it civil on here, fun, light. We don't talk about politics or religion, trashing anybody. So let's have fun. All right, there we go. That's all I had to say. So tonight we are going to get... we're going to talk about classic Movie-Corvette Summer. We'll get to some birthday show. We'll get to the craft beer review soon, the craft beer. So, anyways, let's see here. Okay, I'm just distracted a little bit here, but all right. So, if I do, I'm just screwing around on my phone here. So, anyways, let's get right to it. We're going to talk about a classic movie, Corvette Summer, Mark Hamill's second after a certain movie. A classic canceled TV show, Show-Automan. Remembering longtime referees for the WWE, Dave Hebner and Tim White. Malakili, the Rancor guy. A hockey card hero, Thomas Greiss. Classic guitar duos, Jeff Watson and Brad Gillis from Night Ranger. Classic albums, Midnight Madness by Night Ranger, and This Week in Van Halen History. So there you go. Anyways, yeah. All right. So we see we got a lot of stuff going on here. So if you want to share to a hard rock group, there we go. Okay. So. All right. So, anyways, yeah. I may just be. All right. So. Okay. All right. So, anyways, there. All right. So, thank you for watching. Cigar groups. I'm going to share to a group. Cigar. There we go. Wild Bill Cigar Club. All right. Okay. There we go. We posted there. Share to a group. There we go. Cigar Smokers of Michigan. There we are. Right on. Okay. All right. I want to give shouts out. And before we get going all night long, and remind everybody, I will through the course of the night, that of course the blogcast, that we are not spam. The audio version of this goes out later on Spotify. The audio version of this blogcast goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, and wherever you listen to your audio podcasts. So, all right. Retro. Okay. Retro. Okay. All right. Grew up in the... There we go. All right. So, okay. So, anyways, you've got my full attention now. All right. So, all right. So I'm just like screwing around with my phone. All right. There we go. So, yeah, we'll get that out of the way quickly. So, what do we got here? All right. Yeah. All right. Our craft beer review for tonight. All right. And it comes to us like it's called Orange Chocolate Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying it for the very first time here. So, all right. So here we go. All right. Okay. So remember, I'm trying it for the very first time. So, all right. Look how that pours right there. Okay. So, all right. But anyways, as we do that, I'm going to light this puppy up right now. All right. All right. Good one. Good cigar there. All right. This is a Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut cigar. All right. So I will get that going. Okay. Caught me by surprise there, but anyways, I'll move this over here. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I am trying this beer for the very first time here. It is called Orange Chocolate Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And here we go. Well, they don't say it's good. Good so far. Good beer. There's the look at the thickness of that. Yeah, is 8% alcohol volume. So, good crisp, clean taste to it. You can taste the orange in it. So, and yeah, and I'm chasing it down with like, all right, I'm chasing it down with like Red Label Johnny Walker Scotch whiskey, blended Scotch whiskey. There we go. So, anyways, yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So, oh boy. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna give that beer 90 minutes to grow on me in the blogcast, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, oh, yeah. So, anyways, thank you. This is for joining me. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Yeah. And so, what do we got here? I'm just reading my. All right. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, We'll get to some birthday shout outs. We've got a lot of birthday shout outs here, so I'm gonna. All right. Okay, share, send in messenger. There we go. I don't think he'll mind. Fuck. There we go. All right. Boom. Okay. So happy birthday. Birthday shout outs. We will get to that. And so if you're watching, why don't just click on the screen and say hi. Say hello so I know that you're there. All right. So anyways, we've got a lot of birthday shout outs to get to. So here we go. All right. All right, from June 20th to July 3rd. All right. Tanya Shields Pierce, David Burrows, Steve Norcross, Bo O'Neill, Heather Rivard Pinder, Kathy McIntosh, Don Wells, Linda McPherson, Bernadette Lords, Marcia Halliday, Cindy St. John. All right. Kimberly Ann, Rhonda Johnston, Darren Landon, and Chad Irwin. All right, guys. Yeah, happy birthday there. So, anyways, I wish you guys the happiest of birthdays, and I hope you got everything that was coming to you on your birthday. Whoa, oops! I dropped the cigar. So hang on here for a minute. There we go. Oh God, I made a mess. So, all right. So yeah, let's see what else can I share to a group. All right. Okay, let's see here. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live. All right. So, we need some countdowns here. But, as I'm going to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms. So please like us, listen to us, share us, subscribe to us all over Facebook. Right on. And I going to give shouts out to now everybody watching in the Port Elgin, Sarnia groups. Stokes Inland, Lizards Bar, Pop Culture, Van Halen, Classic Rock, Night Ranger, Craft Beer, Cigars, Star Wars, Pro Wrestling, Blogspot, Classic TV and Movies, right on. So, anyways, got to give you guys props and shout outs. So, anyways, yeah. Anyways, and I've got this movie on now. We might as well get this underway. Oh, no. We're going to hit you with local events right now. So, local events. All right. So, anyways, and I just wanted to give shouts out to the Canada Day celebrations this past Friday and the concert at Centennial Park. So, anyways, all right. So, all right. So, yeah. Okay. So, and I see if you're on the screen, interact with us, say hello, anything. So anyways, with local events, with COVID coming to an end, thank God, the buzzwords were hiatus, rescheduled, canceled, postponed. It's a distant memory, thank God. So, here we go. Friday, August 26, 2022 is Beats on a Boat on the Duke d'Orleans. It's 7 p.m. till 11 p.m., 297 Front Street. Tickets are $25 per person. The boat loads at 6:30. So, the Brights Grove Music Fest. That is July 15th. The 16th, 2022, Kenwick Park, fully licensed. Friday, you've got Sumbu Stevens, Gypsy Flats, Full Disclosure, Retrospect, Big Shiny Tunes. Saturday, you've got the Acoustic DJ, Dead Engine City, Chain Reaction. Chain Reaction, awesome band. Saw them like not too long ago. They rock, Glenn. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Chain Reaction Canada. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. Here. All right. I just got to refresh this. There we go. I'm looking on my. I'm dicking. I know. I'm dicking around on my cell phone when I should be paying attention here. So. Come on. All right. So, okay. So, anyways, yeah. Now, oh yeah, Johnny Chain Reaction, Johnny 5, Aces High. That's going to be a good time right there. So, all right. All right. So, and we've got more. Sunday, July 4th, 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. is the Downriver Band rocking on the river, Duke New Orleans. The boat loads at 5:30. $30 per ticket. You got to see a band member about that. So, all right. Saturday, July 9th. This coming July 9th, 9:30 p.m. Dead Engine City live at Twisted Arm. Art in the Park, Petrolia, Friday, July 8th to July 9th, 411 Greenfield Street, Petrolia. Over 50 artists, live music. There's going to be a food truck on Friday. That'll be a good time too. So, all right. All right. So, okay. Saturday, July 16th is a GNR tribute band, Dust and Bones at Rustic in Sarnia. Rustic, a great little live music place. Strathroy Rib Fest, Friday, July 8th till Sunday, July 10th. Ribs, live music. Can't go wrong with that. That's going to happen. So, always a good time there. Friday, July 15th is roller skating. 7 p.m. at the Clearwater Arena in Sarnia. $5 to get in. It's a $3 skate rental. Saturday, July 30th, 7 p.m. Rock the Duke with Wheelhouse in Centennial Park. It boards at 6:30. Tickets you got to get from the Wheelhouse members. So, right on. That is all for our local events here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, all right, gongs. All right. Our craft beer for tonight, before we get going, it is called Orange Chocolate Ale by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Bit of a tangy taste to it. Tangy taste to it to start out. So, you got to look at the color. It's a bit, if you're looking in color, it's a bit orangey, hazy there. And it's 8% alcohol volume. And the ingredients, they have like Belgian chocolate in this. Belgian chocolate. I can taste a little bit of the chocolate. The yeast, malt, hops, water. So, but it's got to grow on me. So, I mean, I got to give it more of a read later on in the blogcast. Chasing it down with like Red Label Johnny Walker blended Scotch whiskey. All right. Okay. So yeah. So if you're there, say hello. It's a nice Rocky Patel vintage cigar there, 1999 Connecticut. Oh yeah. So anyways, now before we get going here, before we get into like our classic movie of the night, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and all of these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcasts. Okay, what are we doing here? All right. So, yeah. So like us, share us, subscribe to us. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, the pop culture, retro groups, Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies. You guys rock. So, all right. All right. So, yeah. Mm. 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 All right. So, and I would tell you, when I do craft beer reviews, I don't just say, well, you know, this is a very exquisite tasting, like, beer that, you know, I don't know. I just go with my gut, what's inside here, and I give you my honest opinion. So, all right. So, anyways, and yeah, a little bit of a tangy taste to it. I can taste the chocolate in it, but and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, all right. So as we get into our first up tonight, our classic movie of the night is Corvette Summer. I got it on right now. This was released June 2nd, 1978. Principal cast: Mark Hamill as Kenny Dantley, Annie Potts as Vanessa, Eugene Roche as Ed McGrath, Kim Milford as Wayne Lowry. Now, the premise here's like, and it's a cool car too. Now, all right, here's the two stars of the movie, Mark Hamill and Annie Potts, and here's the classic car. Oh, wait a minute, fuck. Corvette Summer. Corvette. No. All right. So, movies. All right. So, anyways, no. Well, I don't think that'll work, but all right. Okay. So, okay. So, yeah, here we go. Okay, so there's the car. Here is the principal cast of the movie. All right. So, anyways, yeah, Corvette Summer. All right. So, anyways, now the plot, the premise of this movie, and it's a really cool movie. Kenny's a high school senior. He loves cars, and for a project in his shop class, he rescues a Chevy Corvette Stingray and a car crusher from a scrap yard. He and his shop class rebuild it and customize it. Unfortunately, when Kenny, Mr. McGrath, and the shop class take the Corvette out for a ride when it's completed, it is stolen. Kenny is dejected and determined to get the car back. So, he heads to Vegas. He meets Vanessa. She's a prostitute in training. He works at a car wash. He spots the car more than once. He tracks it down to a local garage. Mr. McGrath comes to Las Vegas and tells Kenny he arranged for the car to be stolen to help his low teaching income. Mr. McGrath pleads Kenny not to go to the police. And if Kenny doesn't agree, Wayne Lowry, the garage owner, the owner of the garage that stole the car, will handle it his way. Kenny agrees to go for work for Wayne, begrudgingly, but he wants to secretly take the Corvette back. So, he one night he escapes the garage. He takes the Corvette back. He escapes Wayne in a wild car chase. He rescues Vanessa, keeping McGrath's secret. He gives the car back to the school, and he also gets his high school diploma. So, but yeah, if you ever get a chance, check this movie out. Like, it's a really cool, classic cult movie. Now, Corvette Summer was Mark Hamill's first screen appearance after the unexpected success of Star Wars. So, that's right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, there you go. There's Corvette Summer. Now, we've got there's the cast, main cast right there, Mark Hamill and Annie Potts. All right. And the car, absolutely amazing car here. Two cars. A bit of trivia for this movie. Two cars were made for the film. A main one and a backup. Now the main one is in a National Corvette Museum. The backup car was sold to a private collector in New Zealand in 2009, and reputedly there's only like 5 of these cars left around the world. So it's a 1973 Corvette C3 with an L48 5.7 liter V8 engine. So there's a close-up of the car right there. So, and I did post a few stills of the movie. Like I did post the theatrical trailer and clips of the movie and clips of the car on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for them. So, yeah. All right, gong time. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, we're having a good time here. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live. It is version 4.0, episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Oh, did I forget countdowns? I did, didn't I? All right. So anyways, we'll get us some countdowns here. Boom. All right. So, the August long weekend is 29 days away. The Labor Day long weekend is 64 days away. All right. So, all right, Labor Day weekend, 64 days away. Halloween is 120 days away. Christmas is 175 days away. Thanksgiving is 144 days away. Remembrance Day is 131 days away. And winter, for those of you complaining about this heat, and please do not, I'm here to remind you that winter is only 171 days away. All right, so we've been through, and our craft beer for tonight, it is accompanied by Red Label, Johnny Walker Scotch Whiskey. All right here, okay. Our craft beer for tonight, it is called Orange Chocolate Ale by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So far, so good. It's got a chocolatey, tangy taste to it. So it's got Belgian chocolate in it. So look how thick that is. All right, yeah, and they're all right. So hold on here a sec. I am going to email them. All right, Big Family. Okay, send in messenger. All right, Big Family Brewing Company. There we go. Send. There we go. Yeah. All right. Big Family Brewing. There we go. Okay. All right. So. Okay. There we go. All right. So yeah, give it a it's got to grow on me during the blogcast. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. And so, all right, we're not bad at all. So anyways, as I'm going to remind everybody tonight, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify and all these audio listening podcast platforms. So like us, share it, subscribe to us. Figured I'd throw that disclaimer out there. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin, Sarnia, like Stokes Inland, Lizard's Bar, all the Sarnia Facebook groups, pop culture, Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal, Night Ranger, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies. You guys rock. So right on. All right. So before we get into that. Okay. So let me. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah. Now we get into our classic canceled TV show. All right, it is called Show-Automan. If anybody remembers this, if you remember this show, It aired on ABC from December 15th, 1983 to April 2nd, 1984 for 13 episodes. And here is the principal cast of Automan. Desi Arnaz Jr. to your left as Walter Niebucher. Chuck Wagner as Automan or slash Automan. So anyways, the premise for Automan was Automan follows it follows the adventures of a police officer computer programmer Walter Niebucher as he creates an artificial intelligent crime fighting program that generates a hologram that can leave the computer world at night and fight crime. That would be Automan. That would be this guy. So, yeah. Now Walter could merge with Automan to become one, phasing his mind and skills, like mind melding his mind and skills with like Automan. Cursor was Automan's sidekick, a shifting floating little square. He could draw and generate physical objects like a car, an airplane, a helicopter that defied the laws of physics. Cursor could only Automan could only fight crime at night because he would suffer power shortages in the daytime. So remember, this is episodic television. So now ABC, they put Automan in the Monday night 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. time slot. So here is where Automan landed. So ABC, yeah, there we are. There's the 1983-84 network TV schedule. It went up against CBS's Scarecrow and Mrs. King and NBC's TV's bloopers and practical jokes. So as you can imagine, Automan was canceled because it had very poor ratings due to its competition, and the special effects at the time were very expensive to pull off. So yeah. All right. So there we go. Now, November 10th, 2015, Show Factory released the complete series on DVD and featured all 13 episodes and bonus features. And the Sci-Fi Channel, occasionally, if you hunt down the Sci-Fi Channel, they show Automan reruns. And I put and on my blog, on my Facebook page, my Blogcast page, I put some clips from the Automan TV series on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for them. All right, there we go. There is Automan, the complete series, and the two of its cast members right there. And so, all right. Okay. So, are we having a good time tonight? We are. So, anyways, 38. Share. Let's see, to a group. All right. David Lee Roth fan page. There we go. I am just okay. So, anyways, all right. Okay. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Okay. All things Van Halen. Star Wars fans. There we go. All right. So there we go. All right. Okay. So I was just screwing around with my phone. I was just sharing more to groups. There we go. Okay. So anyways, yeah. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live. Let's see what we got here. All right. I have to relight this again. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live. version 4.0, episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. Mm. Mm. All right. So, anyways, I will actually send in messenger. Marie, okay. All right, so there we go. All right, so yeah, there we are. All right, so this is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 225. Like I said, thank you for ending your weekend with me. As I'm going to remind everybody, during the blogcast, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio podcast listening platforms that you see right here, and plus some more. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle Dion, you rock. Pop culture groups, all the Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies. Right on, you guys rock. So we're gonna get into our all right. So here's the pro wrestling part of our blogcast here. Oh, all right. Okay. So anyway, our craft beer for tonight, before we get into that, is orange chocolate ale from the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I'm chasing it down with Johnny Walker Red Label Irish Scotch whiskey. All right, so all right. So, anyways, this is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. A little, there's a tangy taste to it, but it goes down smooth. You can taste the Belgian chocolate in it a little bit. This does have Belgian chocolate. So, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if there's anybody that wants to throw it a number during that time, feel free to do so. So, got to grow on me. I haven't felt it out yet, so. All right. And I do have a backup beer here. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah, as we get to. All right. So, recently, the pro wrestling world lost two of its two legends, two long-standing legends there. You've got this guy. Okay, what do we got here? I'm just checking the. All right, so you've got this guy, Tim White, and this guy, Dave Hebner. Now, Tim White, all right, he was a pro wrestling referee for the WWE. Started working for the WWE part-time in 1985. And, let's see, he was basically Andre the Giant's best friend at that time. So, now, he started working part-time for the WWE in 1985 while being Andre the Giant's agent and Andre's best friend, basically. Now, after Andre died in 1993, White became a full-time referee for the WWE on WWE tapings and pay-per-views. So Tim's best known for the July 28, 1998 Hell in a Cell match between Mankind and The Undertaker at the King of the Ring pay-per-view. That was a brutal match right there. Holy shit. So at the 2002 Judgment Day pay-per-view, unfortunately, he injured his shoulder in the Hell in a Cell match between Triple H and Chris Jericho. Now, at WrestleMania 20 in 2004, his refereeing career ended when he re-injured his shoulder in a match between Chris Jericho and Christian. WWE released him on January 9, 2009, after a 24-year tenure there. He appears in the HBO documentary Andre the Giant. Now, unfortunately, Tim passed away on June 19, 2022, at the age of 68. So he is fondly remembered by the WWE family. So, Now, this guy. All right. So, Dave Hebner. Now, Dave, he started his refereeing career in the late 70s in Richmond, Virginia. He began working the WWE for the WWE in 1986. He refereed the WrestleMania 3 match between Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat, and refereed the Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage match. Now, he's the identical twin brother of referee Earl Hebner. Now, look at them. All right. You can't tell these guys apart, basically. All right. So, now Dave is going to referee the WWE title match between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Andre won over Hogan after Earl switched places. Ted DiBiase locked Dave in a closet. Earl did a quick 3 count for Andre, so he became like the WWE champion. Again, there's Mr. like Andre the Giant. Unfortunately, WWE released both Dave and Earl in July of 2005. Rumor has it that Earl was selling illegal merchandise out of his shop, and somebody caught wind of that, and word got back to the WWE over it. But he wasn't unemployed long. Dave debuted in TNA Wrestling on December 17, 2005, refereeing, and he would leave TNA in 2012. Now, unfortunately, again, Dave passed away on June 17, 2022 in his home. He was 73 years old. Cheers to you, gentlemen. Both lifelong legends in the sport. All right. Dave Hebner and Dave Hebner and Tim White. There you go. Both legends. All right. And I posted all right. And I posted remembrances to Dave and Tim on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So there you are. Remembered Dave Hebner and Tim White will be forever immortalized in WWE history. So, all right. And I did post several of their matches or their matches, famous matches they refereed on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, yeah. Gong time. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah. We're having a good time tonight. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 225. Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. So, yeah. The cigar is a Rocky Patel vintage 1999 Connecticut. So, good there. Tonight's craft beer, I'm chasing it down with Red Label Johnny Walker Scotch Whiskey. All right. Tonight's beer, and I'm going to refresh it. It is called... Oh, here we go. Whoa. All right. It is called Orange Chocolate Ale. I'm going to top that up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There we go. So, look at that. All right. It's got the tangy, a little bit of a tangy taste to it. You can taste the chocolate in it, too. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And so, all right. All right. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. We'll just put this back here. We'll put that back there. All right. I want to remind everybody that this blogcast, it is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening podcast platforms. So like us, share, subscribe to us. All right, and I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin, Sarnia groups, Lizards Bar and Grill, Stokes Inland, Sarnia Rocks, Michelle, you guys rock. Pop culture groups, all the retro pop culture groups, the Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal groups, the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, our canceled TV shows. So you guys rock. Thank you very much. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Boom. Gong time. All right. So, okay. All right. I got to relight this again. All right. So hang on here. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna get to our hockey card hero now. All right. So we just relit that in a bit. Where is he? He is Mr. Thomas Greiss. All right. There we go. That's the gentleman right there. There's his hockey card. All right, with his stats on the back. All right. So, anyways, he was born January 29th, 1986, age 36, in Fussen, West Germany. He's 6'1", 220 pounds. His junior career, he played with the 1999 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament with his Munich team. In 2003-04, he made his debut in the German Hockey League Deutsche Liga for the Cologne host team. So, for the Cologne hockey team. So, yeah. Now, pro career, 2004 NHL entry draft, San Jose Sharks selected him in the third round, 94th overall. They send him down to the AHL, their AHL affiliate team, the Worcester Sharks. January 8, 2008, he's called up to the Sharks. Plays his first NHL game January 13th, 2008. 4-3 loss to the Anaheim Ducks. 2009-10 season, he served as a backup goaltender mostly. October 12, 2010, he was put on waivers by San Jose and sent back to the Worcester Sharks in the AHL. April 2011, he was recalled and sent to San Jose for the 2011 Stanley Cup playoff run. He re-signs his contract with the Sharks on July 7th. 2011-2012 season, he starts with the Sharks and with wins over the Phoenix Coyotes, losses to Anaheim Ducks and St. Louis Blues. He has his first NHL career shutout, January 26, 2013, 4-0 win over the Colorado Avalanche. So, July 2013, he becomes a free agent, signs a one-year contract with the Phoenix Coyotes. Wasn't re-signed by the Coyotes. July 1st, 2014, he signs with the New York Islanders for a 2-year, $3 million contract. January 30th, 2017, he signs a 3-year contract extension with the Islanders. He has 52 saves, and that's his career high in that season. So, October 10th, 2020, he signs a 2-year, $7.2 million contract with the Detroit Red Wings. May 3rd, 2021, he was named NHL First Star of the Week, stopping 66 shots in 130 of regulation and 130 minutes of regulation and overtime. So, oh yeah, and I posted his highlights on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. There is your hockey card hero, Thomas Greiss. There we go, and his stats on the back. So right on. Yeah, and I posted like his highlights on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So like, yeah, all right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Gong time. All right. So, yeah. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live. Mm. 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 Oh, yeah. So, anyways, this is a Rocky Patel vintage cigar for anybody watching in the cigar groups that I posted in. Um, mm. Mm. So, yeah. And the craft beer for tonight is being accompanied by Red Label Johnny Walker blended Scotch whiskey. There you go. It is. It's. Oh yeah. Mm, mm, mm. All right. It is called Orange Chocolate Ale. What do we got here? So, anyways, yeah. All right. It is called Orange Chocolate Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Mm. Mm. A little bit of a tangy taste to it. A little bit of a chocolate Belgian taste to it. You know, it's perfect for those, like, this is a good beer for those winter nights. Those fall and winter nights. That you're just, like, sitting at home in front of a fireplace. You know, look at the texture of that. Look at how thick that is. So, yeah, there's a tangy taste there to it. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so stick around for that. If anybody wants to call out some numbers, you can do so. So, all right. Mm. 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 Oh, yeah. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Thank you for ending your, well, you're basically, this is a long weekend, so thank you for ending it with me. And I wanted to give shouts out to our American friends who will, tomorrow is July 4th, Independence Day, so if I'm any of my American friends watching, so cheers to you on your American long weekend. We call them long weekends over here in Canada. So, yeah, cheers everybody to my American friends watching. July 4th tomorrow. So, all right. So, all right. As I want to remind everybody tonight that, and I do remind everybody often, that this broadcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, and all these other listing platforms, audio listing platforms. So like us, share up, subscribe to us. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. The Sarnia Rocks, Michelle, you guys rock. Pop culture groups, retro pop culture, Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal. The craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies. Thank you very much. Yeah, so now we get to our sci-fi portion of it. So all right, here we go. This guy, this handsome gentleman right here, and this is from the Star Wars character encyclopedia. All right, so there you go. He is Malakili. All right, Malakili. There we go. All right, so he was. You might recognize this guy from Return of the Jedi. He was born on Corelli. He spent his childhood training vicious creatures. He develops his... he's the Rancor guy. So he develops his skills handling beasts. He was hired as a beastmaster trainer for Hutt circuses. He domesticated a variety of creatures like sand dragons, womp rats, and Rancors. So now... After one of his beasts got loose, though, and killed, like, somebody, his career ended. So, old BBY, the Battle Gavin, so he was made a slave and sold to Jabba the Hutt on Tatooine. He served as a caretaker to Jabba's variety of creatures, including the male Rancor. So, here's a close-up shot of the guy. So, yeah, and there he is, right there. For the Rancor, there's the Rancor right there. All right. Now, um, he became so friendly with this Rancor that he named him Patissa. Malachi and Patissa grew fond of each other. And when Tusken Raiders tried to attack Malakili, the Rancor saved his life. Now, Luke Skywalker, oh man, this figures into, hold on here. Luke Skywalker, now when Luke Skywalker, who went to Tatooine to bargain for Jabba for Han Solo's life, fell through the trap. The Rancor tried to eat him, and he used the Force. Luke Skywalker used the Force. The Rancor was killed by a gate crashing down in his head. Malakili was devastated. Now, post Return of the Jedi, Malakili survived. He left Jabba's palace after the Hutt was killed. He accepted a Beastmaster position in Freetown. So, yeah. So there's Malachi. From our Star Wars character encyclopedia, there's Malakili. That's a strange, weird looking name there. So there he is. There's more of him. Quite the handsome gentleman, isn't he? So, yeah. All right. Okay. And I posted Malakili's backstory on my Facebook page and my Blogcast page. So there you go. All right. Where are we here? There we are. All right. So. All right. Boom. Okay. So. All right. Boom. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just dicking around with my phone there. Gong time. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, all right. All right. It's getting a little like. All right. This is a Rocky Patel vintage Connecticut cigar here, 1999, I believe. Yes, from got that from Riverfront Cigars here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. My craft beer for tonight, it is accompanied by Red Label's Scotch whiskey. Oh yeah. The craft beer for tonight is called Orange Chocolate Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Look how thick that is. Tangy taste to it. You can taste the chocolate in it. It's good for those fall and winter. It's a good fall and winter beer. I can't recommend it for spring and summer, but it's a good fall and winter beer. For those of you like, Orange Chocolate Ale. It's got Belgian chocolate in it. I'm going to top that up. All right. And yeah, and if you stick around, I will give the Orange Chocolate Ale rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, but yeah, for now, it's a good fall and winter beer. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, okay. So, all right. So, anyways, I'm going to remind everybody tonight that this is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 225, Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Thank you for ending your Canada Day long weekend with me. So, but this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms, podcast listening platforms. So, like us, share up, subscribe to us. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, Sarnia Rock, Stokes Inland, whoever's watching out there, the pop culture groups, retro, 80s, nostalgia, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, hair metal, classic rock, classic TV and movies, Star Wars, pro wrestling, Blogspot, all the blog groups, classic TV and movies. Thanks, guys and girls. So, yeah. All right. Boom. Gong time there. Oh, yeah. Now we've got time. Oh, man. My favorite part of the... all right. So... all right. Our classic guitar duo of the night. This is Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson of Night Ranger. All right. There we go. Night Ranger was formed in 1979 by bass player Jack Blades, guitar player Brad Gillis, and drummer Kelly Keagy. Now, Brad, as you can see, he's like this guy right here. There we go. That's Brad Gillis. His equipment is he plays mostly Fender, Telecaster, Stratocaster, Fender, like Brad Gillis model, Gibson Les Paul, custom access Gibson Les Pauls. Those are his main guitars. Gibson Les Paul Gold Top, a Rickenbacker 12-string guitar. Now his amps, he uses Soldano Decatone 100-watt triple channel amp head, Vox AC30 guitar combo amp, Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, 100-watt amp, pedal. His pedals are a Boss GS10, guitar effects system, guitar effects system. So Jeff Watson, that's this like gentleman right here with like the twin guitar. All right, his guitars are a 1968 Gibson Les Paul Gold Top, Ham Sunburst Vocal Tone 1968 Gibson Black Custom. His amps are Mesa Boogie Tri-Axis amp, Rocktron, Repliflex Boogie Store Tube 5050 power amp. Now the Essential Night Ranger that these guys played on, Dawn Patrol, released November 1st, 1982, Don't Tell Me You Love Me and Sing Me Away. Number 2, their album Midnight Madness, best-selling album of all time. We got that up next. We're going to talk about that next. You Can Still Rock in America, Sister Christian. 7 Wishes, their third album, released May 20th, 1985, Sentimental Street. Number 4, Big Life, released February 27th, 1987. February 25th, 1987, sorry. Now, Man in Motion, their 5th album, released December 27th, 1988. Number 7, their 7th studio album, Neverland, July 22nd, 1997. Their 8th album, 7, released July 14th, 1998. And their 9th studio album, Hole in the Sun, released April 23rd, 2007. Unfortunately, Jeff leaves in 2007. Jeff was fired over business differences, and so Night Ranger, they're still together and touring. I posted like Brad's and Jeff's like guitar rig setup on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So yeah, look for them. Fun fact about Brad Gillis: when Night Ranger was having its downtime, he filled in for like the Ozzy Osbourne. He filled in for Randy Rhoads. As you may know, Randy Rhoads passed away. And yeah, this guy. More so this guy. Brad filled in for on the tour on the tour. Randy Rhoads unfortunately died in a plane crash, and Brad Gillis filled in at the last minute for Randy Rhoads when he perished in that plane crash. So yeah, and this is our classic guitar duo of the night. Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson of Night Ranger. Alright, so. Alright. Before we get to our classic album, yeah, so, boom. I'm just like, hold on here. I'm just dicking around with my phone. Alright. Machine. Alright. Alright. Hold on. Alright. I had to relight this thing because it was going out. It's a Rocky Patel vintage 1999 Connecticut cigar. And so, I picked it up from Sarnia, or Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia, just outside. I'm gonna take this label off here for a minute. There we go. All right. So yeah. All right. So, anyways, before we get to our classic album of the night, as I'm going to remind everybody, there we go. Gongs and more gongs. So, yeah, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to. So like us, share us, subscribe to us. Again, we are not spam. Give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia Rocks. Sarnia Anything Goes. Sarnia, you gotta love Sarnia 2.0. Pop culture groups, the retro classic groups, the Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, Blogspot, all the blog groups, and the classic TV and movies. So yeah, you guys rock. So anyways, tonight's craft beer being accompanied by Red Label blended Johnny Walker blended Scotch whiskey. All right, so all right. Tonight's craft beer, it is orange chocolate ale, and you gotta see it. Look at the texture of this, the complexion of this. This is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, and it's got a tangy taste to it. It's a combination of tangy and chocolatey, so you can taste a little bit of the chocolate and the orange in it. It's a good fall and winter beer for when you're you want to warm up. Yeah, I do. However, give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so stick around for that. Yeah. All right. And when I do my craft beer reviews, I just don't go I think that, well, yes, it's an exquisite tasting beer, I don't get all fancy. I don't do that. I go from here. I go with my gut. So, and what it says to me about the beer. So, there you go. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, now we get to our classic album of the night. It is... And I found that it is Night Ranger, Midnight Madness. All right, I'll show you the band, Sursa. All right, so yeah, there we go. Midnight Madness. All right, classic album by Night Ranger. This was released October 26, 1983. Midnight Madness is the second studio album for Night Ranger. It was recorded at Image Recording Studios in Los Angeles. Producer was Pat Gleason. The band at the time, Jack Blades on bass and lead vocals. Brad Gillis. Whoop, there we go. I'm going to move that so you can see the band members. Brad Gillis on guitars, Jeff Watson on guitars, Alan Fitzgerald on keyboards, Kelly Keagy on drums, Side 1, you had You Could Still Rock in America, Rumors in the Air, Why Does Love Have to Change? Sister Christian. Side 2, Touch of Madness, Plash and Play, When You Close Your Eyes, Chipping Away and Let Him Run. Now, Midnight Madness was like Night Ranger's highest selling album, had the 3 hit singles, You Can Still Rock in America, When You Close Your Eyes, and Sister Christian. Now, You Can Still Rock in America was the first single, peaking at number 54 on the Billboard Hot 100. When You Close Your Eyes, that was the third single from Midnight Madness, reaching number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, Sister Christian, their best known song, this was their second single released from Midnight Madness. Now, it was written and sung by Guy-Malakili. Now, this was Night Ranger's biggest hit. It peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, staying there for 24 weeks and going number 1 in Canada. So, now, Sister Christian is about Guy-Malakili's little sister, Christy, and he was amazed at how fast his teenage sister was maturing and growing up. Now, I can't say enough, like, Sister Christian is used in several TV shows and movies. Boogie Nights. It was in Boogie Nights. And Rock of Ages. Now, I think that this album has performed pretty well. The artwork, engineered, art and design by Jeff Lancaster for Art Hotel Inc. The photography, Tom Gibson. Gotta go with that because it's really interesting artwork there. There you go. All right. So, if you ever, yeah. And I posted, there we go, there's Night Ranger. Ooh, looking tough. The boys there, the band. The 1983 version of the band. There we go. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So, yeah. And I posted several of I posted 2 songs from Midnight Madness on my Facebook page and the Blogcast page. You Can Still Rock in America and Sister Christian. So, All right. So, all right. Now we get to our. All right. So before we get to my most favorite time here, let me oh man, this is annoying. It just keeps going out. Fuck. All right. So. All right. I got to relight this thing constantly. Fuck. All right. All right. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0 episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Oh man. Puh. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, don't mind me. I'm just dicking around here with my all right. So, anyways, yeah. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 225, Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Thank you for ending your Canada Day long weekend. As most of you know, Canada Day was on Friday, and most of it had it off and enjoyed it. So, all right. And this cigar is from Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. All right. So anyways, yeah. As I'm going to remind everybody, this broadcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Speaker Audio, Breaker Audio, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast. So subscribe to us, share us, like us. We're not spam. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia, Port Elgin groups, pop culture, retro, nostalgia groups, the Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal groups, craft beer groups, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, Blogspot, all the blogging groups, and the classic TV and movies. Right on. So yeah, craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Red Label, Johnny Walker Scotch whiskey. All right. Oh yeah, it is called Orange Chocolate Ale. All right, there we are. It's 8% alcohol volume there. So, and look at the texture of that. So, This is a spring, summer. This is a fall and winter beer, basically. It's made for fall and winter, and it should be you should drink it after, like, if you want to get warmed up in those crispy fall and winter nights. So yeah, it's a tangy. Got the tangy taste to it. You can taste the Belgian chocolate in there. Top that up. All right. Yeah. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so stick around. All right. Is it going out and buying? I will let you know. So, all right. So now we get to my most favorite time. We get to my most favorite time in the blogcast. It's called This Week in Van Halen History. All right. From June 27th to July 3rd. All right, there we go. All right. June 27th to July 3rd. June 27th, 1976, Van Halen played the Golden West Ballroom in Norwalk, California. June 27th, 1991, David Lee Roth plays the Golden State Arts Center in Holmdel, New Jersey. June 28th, 1986, MTV airs the special Van Halen Unleashed. June 28th, 1994, David Lee Roth plays the House of Blues in California, Hollywood, California. June 29th, 1979, Van Halen plays the Rainbow Theatre in London, England. June 29th, 1980, Van Halen plays the Grandstand Super Jam at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. June 29th, 1984, Van Halen plays the Civic Center in Peoria, Illinois. June 29th, 1991, David Lee Roth plays the Seashore Performing Arts Center in Old Orchard Beach, Maine. June 30th, 1982, Diver Down. This beauty right here is certified gold and platinum by the Recording Industry of America Association of America. June 30th, 1999, David Lee Roth plays the Tweeter Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts. July 1st, 1978, Van Halen plays the Texas Jam at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. July 1st, 1998, Van Halen with Gary Cherone play the Desert Sky Pavilion in Phoenix, Arizona. July 1st, 1988, David Lee Roth plays the Coliseum in Jacksonville, Florida. July 1st, 2004, Van Halen played the Verizon Wireless Music Center in Noblesville, Indiana. July 2nd, 1981, Van Halen played the Milwaukee Arena in Wisconsin. July 2nd, 1986, Van Halen played the first of 3 nights of the Great Western Forum in England, California. July 2nd, 1988, David Lee Roth plays the Civic Center in Albany, Georgia. July 3rd, 1988, Van Halen brings the Monsters of Rock tour to the Texas Jam at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. July 3rd, 2006, David Lee Roth plays the Eastwood Fields in Nils, Ohio. All right, fuck yeah. And that is this week. That is all. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. All right, so, okay. Oh, where are we? Where did we go? All right. There you are. And I wanted to give a mention. All right. And I want to give it a mention on June 20th. Just this past June 20th, I wanted to wish a very special belated happy birthday to former Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony. He was in Van Halen. Unfortunately, he left Van Halen. Wolfgang Van Halen replaced him on the bass. And he went with Sammy Hagar. He's currently in Chickenfoot with Sammy Hagar. So happy belated birthday to Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony. Right on. So, all right. Excuse me. All right. So, yeah. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. So, as I saved the best for last. All right. So, good cigar here. It is a Rocky Patel vintage from Riverfront Cigars. All right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Now I'm going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. I usually do this for those of us. If you're new here, Craig, here's our motivational, inspirational quote for the night. We are not given a good or bad life. We are given a life, period. And it's up to us to make it good or bad. And that's by Unknown. I'll repeat that. We are not given a good or bad life. We are given a life, and it's up to us to make it good or bad. All right. So, yeah. I'm going to give it one last swallow. But first of all, I want to remind you guys. Anyways, I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. The pop culture, retro pop culture groups, the Van Halen classic rock, hair metal groups, all the craft beer cigar groups, Star Wars groups, pro wrestling, all the Blogspot groups, the pro wrestling groups, classic TV and movies, Night Ranger groups. We're not spam. The audio version goes out. The audio version of Big Jims Blogcast Live goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening podcast platforms. So like us, share us, subscribe to us. All right. So, yeah. So, now, our craft beer tonight, it's accompanied by Red Label blended Johnny Walker's blended Scotch whiskey. It is called Orange Chocolate Ale. Now, okay. Again, this is by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Now, this beer, before I'll take it one last swig, it's a fall and winter beer, basically. It's not suited for summer or spring. It's got a tangy taste to it. It's got the Belgian chocolate in it. I can taste that in the orange. A little bit of a tangy taste, but it does go down smoothly. All right, so yeah. If you want to throw out a number, please do so. But I am going to do so right now. All right. So, okay. So, all right. If you're ready, I'm ready. Okay, here we go. There we are. There we are. 7 out of 10. Great job, guys. Great job on this beer. Again, this is Orange Chocolate Ale. It is 8% alcohol volume. It is crafted to complement the marmalade Belgian chocolate. This ale will have you crooning by the fire with loved ones this season. So basically, I was right. It is a fall and winter beer. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, guys. Big Family Brewing Company. Here's a winner. Yeah, it's worth going to get in those fall and winter months. So, all right. So I got it. All right. Well, here. All right. So, all right. All right, there we go. So I'm going to let them know. Hmm. All right, there we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah, 7 out of 10, great beer. Mm, so yeah, um, it. All right. So here we are. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 225. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. All right. So I gotta. Oh man, my cigar keeps going out. So, anyways, all right. So bear with me. I'll just relight this. All right. So yeah. Mm. All right. So yeah. It 7 out of 10. Great beer. Made for like the fall and winter time. Yeah. Mm. Good cigar. Got it from the Riverfront Cigar uh, shop in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So yeah. And when I do these craft beer reviews, I don't go, oh, it's a very exquisite. I went with my gut. I went with what was in here, and I just told you guys what I thought of it. So, anyways, yeah. Our inspirational, motivational quote: "We are not given. We are not given a good or bad life. We're given a life. It's up to us to make it good or bad." So there you go. Want to give again. We're not spam. The audio version goes out. The audio version of this blogcast goes out later on Spotify and all these audio listening podcast platforms you listen to. Like us, share us, subscribe to us, please. Give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, the pop culture groups, retro, nostalgia groups, Van Halen groups, classic rock, hair metal, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, all the blog groups, blogspot groups on here, classic TV and movies, Night Ranger. Yeah, you guys rock. So, now before I sign off here, I've been getting requests for T-shirts. So like mine. So if you want T-shirts like mine, and I will show you these. This is a baseball jersey with the logo on the front and the back, and or a plain white T-shirt like this one. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. For a plain white T-shirt like this one, or the baseball jersey, which I have just shown you, or if you want a tank top, any design, they are $35 a pop, including shipping. That includes shipping and handling. Send me an email me at my inbox or at Big Jims Blogcast Live, and I will try my best to accommodate you. They take 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. I cannot help that. Again, they are $35 a pop. So, all right. So now that we got that out of the way, right on. Mm. 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 All right. And last minute shout outs here. I want to give shout outs to like Big Family Brewing Company. I was there over the weekend. Great beer. So, and the Canada Day organizers down at like Suncor Agora Park, and the fireworks people. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, anyways, we're going off the air. We're ending. So, birthday shout outs to Tanya Shields Pierce, David Burrows, Steve Norcross, Bo O'Neill, Heather Rivard Pinder, Kathy McIntosh, Don Wells, Lennox McPherson, Bernadette Lords, Marcia Holiday, Cindy St. John, Kimberly Ann, Rhonda Johnson, Darren Landon, Chad Irwin. Our movie for tonight Movie-Corvette Summer. Our TV show, classic TV show, Show-Automan. All right, so our two referees, Earl Hebner, Dave Hebner. Our hockey card hero, Thomas Greiss. Our Malakili, our Rancor guy keeper. Our classic guitar duo of Jeff Watts and Brad Gillis. Our classic album, Night Ranger's Midnight Madness. And this week in Van Halen history. All right. And our craft beer for tonight, Orange Chocolate Ale. 7 out of 10. Great job at the Big Family Brewing Company. So, accompanied by Red Label, Johnny Whiskey. All right. So, anyways, guys, our cigar, again, we're not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to. Like us, share up, subscribe to us. Last minute shout outs to like all the people watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, pop culture, retro, nostalgia, Van Halen, hair metal, classic rock, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies. Right on, you guys rock. So you may or may not see me next weekend. What do we got here? All right. So, and our t-shirts, inbox me. All right. Hey, you know the deal. Yeah. So, all right, guys. And our inspirational, motivational quote for tonight: we are not given a good or bad life. We're given a life. It's up to us to make it good or bad. So, cheers, everybody. All right. So, yeah. Boom. See you next weekend.